musicians would kill to be in one good band. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 musicians with multiple successful bands. For this list, we're looking at a list of musicians or singers that are a member in 2 or more successful bands. We're basing our picks on the 2 respective bands' popularity and critical acclaim. Number 10, Johnny Marr.
How can they hear me say those words? Still they don't believe me.
You might recognize Johnny Marr as the guitarist of The Smiths, one of the most important and influential rock bands in the 1980s indie scene. Marr has also been part of many smaller bands, including Electronic, The, and The Cribs. But it's his role in the American rock group Modest Mouse that is most notable within his post-Smiths career. He toured extensively with the band throughout 2006 and 2007, and their album We Were Dead Before the Ship Even Sank was Marr's first #1 album in the United States. Number 9, Chris Cornell. Cornell is easily one of the most distinct singers in rock, known for his 4-octave range and vocal belting so naturally, his abilities are well respected. Cornell served as lead vocalist and rhythm guitarist of Soundgarden, a seminal group in the formation of the grunge movement before fronting another hard rock outfit, Temple of the Dog. He was also the lead vocalist of Audioslave, a supergroup consisting of Cornell and the instrumental members of Rage Against the Machine. Audioslave received 3 Grammy nominations and hold the distinction of being the first American rock band to perform in Cuba. Number 8, Jack White. White is a major player in the garage rock revival of the 2000s, thanks in large part to his band The White Stripes, formed in 1997 with his then wife Meg White. They saw early success with the song Fell in Love with a Girl and took the world by storm with the immensely successful 7 Nation Army. In 2005, White started the Raconteurs with Brendan Benson, and their album Broken Boy Soldiers was nominated for a Grammy for Best Rock Album, helped by the single Steady As She Goes. After creating The Dead Weather in 2009, he has since embarked on a solo career.
It's such a pleasure to sing with you together, making love when there is nobody home. Hey Jude, don't make it.
Number 7, Paul McCartney.
Take a sad song and make it better.
McCartney is the man that needs no introduction. As the bassist for the Beatles, McCartney saw immense fame, the likes of which were unheard of.
On the corner is a banker with a motor car.
Their influence is still felt today, and their albums continue to prove popular. However, McCartney announced his departure on April 10th, 1970 over business disagreements, and went on to form the band Wings with his late wife Linda, which began touring in 1972. They saw success 1 year later with the singles My Love and Band on the Run, as well as the Academy Award-nominated James Bond theme song Live and Let Die.
So live and let die. Live and let die.
Number 6, Damon Albarn.
Up on Melancholy Hill, there's a plastic tree.
If you don't recognize Damon Albarn as anything other than your man from Blur, There's a good reason. In his other band, he's a cartoon.
And if time's elimination, then we got nothing to lose.
Serving as the lead vocalist for the virtual band Gorillaz, Albarn and company have sold over 15 million albums and have seen critical success through a multitude of awards. In addition to Gorillaz, Albarn is also the vocalist of supergroup The Good, The Bad, and The Queen. And of course, the Britpop pioneers Blur. With Blur, Albarn was the voice behind the US hit Song 2 and the quirky British hit Parklife, which saw him share vocal duties with actor Phil Daniels.
I feed the pigeons, I sometimes feed the sparrows too. It gives me a sense of enormous well-being.
Number 5. Ritchie Blackmore. Ritchie Blackmore first served as one of the founding members of the seminal rock group Deep Purple, a band famous for their songs Smoke on the Water and the majesty that is Highway Star. In 1974, Blackmore received cello lessons from ELO's Hugh McDowell and subsequently quit Deep Purple to form his own band, the massively successful Rainbow.
Sleep with the devil will take you away.
Post-Rainbow, Blackmore has built a solid and successful career playing Renaissance-like folk music in Blackmore's Night, proving his willingness to go wherever the music leads him. Number 4. Jimmy Page. While being the guitarist and resident genius of Led Zeppelin would be enough to impress anyone, it's not for Jimmy Page. A former session player, Page first found the spotlight when he stepped out of the studio to play bass in the Yardbirds before stepping up to co-lead guitar and ultimately inheriting lead guitar duties from the departing Jeff Beck. When the Yardbirds folded before they completed a scheduled tour, Page was left in need of a new group which soon became the heartbreaking Whole Lot of Loving on Rambling Led Zeppelin. Post-Zepp, Page teamed up with Whitesnake vocalist David Coverdale to form Coverdale Page, played in the Honey Dippers, The Firm, and has toured on occasion with Led Zepp frontman Robert Plant. Number 3. Ronnie James Dio.
Holy diver, you've been down too long in the midnight sea.
Well known for making the heavy metal devil horns popular, Dio is one of metal's greatest contributions to music, and his talent was spread throughout many outlets during his robust career. He first came to fame as the frontman and lyricist for Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow. While Blackmore glided towards more commercial territory, Dio left and stepped into the big, batty shoes of Ozzy Osbourne as lead vocalist for Black Sabbath.
Here it comes again. I can't remember when.
Dio also found massive success partnering with drummer Vinny Appice and future Def Leppard guitarist Vivian Campbell under the Dio name. Dio closed out his legacy by teaming back up with his former Black Sabbath bandmates to form Heaven and Hell just before his death in 2010.
Take me back. I must have the Bible black.
Number 2. Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl is easily one of the most robust, funny, and most caring figures of rock, known for his love and devotion to the craft and honest connection to the fans. Grohl has also definitely been around the rock world and has been fortunate to play with some of the greatest icons. He drummed for Them Crooked Vultures alongside Led Zeppelin bassist John Paul Jones and lead singer Josh Homme of Queens of the Stone Age, who he also used to drum for. Grohl's two biggest claims to fame, however, would be his tenure as Nirvana's longest-serving drummer and as frontman, guitarist, and vocalist for the Foo Fighters. Before we reveal our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Again.
Number 1. Eric Clapton. A 3-time inductee into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Eric Clapton has had a life most can only dream of. His signature song, Layla, was recorded with Derek and the Dominoes, the 9th band he'd recorded with by that point. Prior, Clapton found fame with the Yardbirds and was given God status during his time with Blues Breakers. Clapton built on his own grown guitar hero reputation with his loud, milky, bluesy guitar work in Cream before splitting in favor of the folkier, song-driven Blind Faith. Clapton has also had stints with John Lennon, Roger Waters, recorded with the band, and was the first musician to guest on a Beatles album. All this, plus an untouchable solo career. So, do you agree with our list? Can you think of any musicians with multiple successful bands? For more diverse top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.